Howdy there, Crystal. Ben. Good Saturday morning to everyone. We've got partly cloudy skies right now. You can see that overlooking SPID from our tower cam. 77 feels like 78, so that is much preferable compared to the 117 feels like temperature we had yesterday, and a new record temperature of 98. Today I think we hit 97, so not too different, but we'll take what we can get in terms of it being a little cooler. Lots of sunshine today, so make sure that you are putting on sunscreen. That UV index is about as high as it can get. Here's a look at high temperatures across the coastal bend today. Most of us sitting in the upper 90s and lower 100s further in towards the brush country, so that would be day 3 of 100s in the brush country. It's going to be very hot, and when you add the humidity on top of that, we've got a heat advisory in effect from noon until 7. This is for feels like temperatures of 110 to 114, so it's going to be very, very hot here in Corpus Christi today. Here's a look at our hourly heat index forecast. I've got us getting up to about 112 early this afternoon and then gradually cooling off heading into the evening, so make sure that you are staying hydrated throughout not only today but this coming week, because it's going to gradually get hotter day by day. Here's a look at heat indices around the rest of the coastal bend. You can see it's going to be a little bit hotter right here through this bright pink strip, so very, very warm, if not just flat out hot this afternoon. The reason for that, and like I said, that we're going to get hotter every day, is thanks to this high pressure here. It's gradually been building in over Mexico and will gradually move to us over South Texas. You can see as it gets closer and bigger to us, that means our afternoon temperatures are going up. I've got us topping out at 99 for a couple of days. The reason I didn't go for 100 is because it's so humid here in Corpus Christi. It's really hard for us to get to 100 degrees. It only happened one time last year. It is possible though, so we'll keep you updated if I do change that. But that high pressure gradually going to move off to our west, and we're going to see this air coming around the top side of the high pressure. That's called subsidence because the air is sinking in the atmosphere. Whenever that happens, it heats up and dries out. So that's why we're going to be seeing such hot afternoons here in Corpus Christi, and some of those are going to be record-breaking afternoons potentially. So here's a look at that. I've got us staying in the upper 90s like you saw for most days, but a couple of those afternoons could potentially be record-breaking with a couple records at 97. Thankfully though, I don't think we're going to touch Wednesday or Thursday's record. Those are way up in the 100s, but I do have us, I think, breaking a couple of records here in the next week. We do have those 90s for the coming week in Corpus Christi. Whenever you add the humidity on top of that, it feels about 10, 15, 20 degrees hotter than it actually is, and that's the temperature that your body is responding to. So you've got to make sure you're practicing that heat safety. For the first part of the week, I've got us in what we would call the dangerous category, up to about 112, 115, and then into the later part of the week in unsafe levels for that heat index. So again, very important that you are taking those breaks inside and cooling off, staying hydrated, and wearing light-colored, loose-fitting clothes. We do have two different types of heat things that I'll call them. The National Weather Service issued the heat advisory yesterday and today. That's again 110 to 114 heat index. Now the excessive heat warning is a step up from a heat advisory. We only saw one of these last year. They're pretty rare compared to a heat advisory. This is for a heat index of 115 for more than 2 hours, and I think we may possibly see at least one, if not a few of those heading into later this week. 97 for our high today. Again, that heat advisory kicks in at noon and lasts through 7 p.m. Our feels like temperature going to be about 15 degrees hotter than what our afternoon air temperature is. Lots of sunshine, so that's a good thing, but it's going to be very hot. Make sure you're staying hydrated and wearing sunscreen. Here's a look at the rest of that 7-day forecast. Lots of sunshine continuing. It does get a little bit breezy heading into later this week though, so the wind, the humidity, the heat, it's going to feel like we're back in a hairdryer outside.